Welcome back to part 2 of this journey through demonology and my journey through life and ministry in the Outreach Ministries International Fellowship of Churches. Now, I began by telling you a little bit about demonology and spiritual realms and spiritual conflict. So, just to share a part of my history, I am Mexican American, Latino, and my bloodline, I found out my bloodline was filled with so many different spirits. It's not uncommon because of the history of the United States and the spirituality that came across the ocean. So when I looked into my bloodline, I found magic and spells being performed within my household. They were known as witches, they're known as healers, and they're known as soothsayers and spellcasters to some. So a few of the rituals that were performed in my household were performed mostly on children and babies. Crying babies that would not stop screaming, crying babies that would stay up through the night, keeping mothers up, keeping the children up. And so they would use herbs, spices, and other forms of natural medicine, like other foods, to perform these rituals. One ritual in particular would make a baby stop crying. The mothers in my family would take a raw egg, some lard, and some baking flour or all-purpose flour, and perform the ritual. I can get into that a little bit later. There's another one where they would put a blanket over the baby and sweep a broom over them. Now, they were speaking incantations, but these incantations were scriptures from the Bible. They would speak the Lord's Prayer while doing these rituals. So they were mixing biblical concepts with demonic forces. And I will share that with you down through this series, especially when I get into the psychology of things, in particular, the psychology of fear and how demons manipulate our minds. So with that said, I would like to welcome you to this series called The Unseen Conflict, Understanding Demons in Spiritual Warfare.